Welcome to Soul, a weekly entertainment show on fashion, arts and culture, food, relationships and mental health. Our weekly co-hosts are Dr. Delvena Thomas, Imani Warren, and Chef Irie. Now introducing our host, Miss Nicky Gelin.
Hey, happy Hump Wednesday, hey. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Nikki Says You Only Live Once, and welcome to another episode of MIA Magazine Presents. So, hope you're having a great Wednesday. We're going down the hump, and we have 2 more days left. Now, a big shout out to our sponsors, the Florida Lottery and Duke and Dame Whiskey, and also FAMU Medical Marijuana Education and Research Institute. Get credible information and engage in a safe space to learn and talk about cannabis. Educate, learn, and talk about cannabis in Florida. Now, with Duke and Dame Whiskey being one of our sponsors, we're giving away a free bottle to one lucky winner. Just answer this question. It's a really, really easy question. It's also Mommy Spice Month as well. So name one Black-owned restaurant right here within South Florida for your chance to win a Duke and Dame whiskey bottle. Y'all, I have a couple of bottles, and it's such a great flavor. It has like a really nice salted caramel flavor to it. So you don't want to miss out on this giveaway. Now, so answer the question either right now in our Facebook comment box or on Instagram. Just visit the MIA Magazine on Instagram. Again, it's the MIA Magazine on Instagram. So last week, Friday, was our Legacy 40 Under 40 ceremony and reception. So we recognized our top Black professionals within South Florida. And here is a recap of how everything went down.
As I've gotten older, I've grown a love and passion for personal development, understanding personal development, pushing people, helping them exceed to their full potential. And I felt like, and I still feel like that's my calling.
We're right here in the Lyric Theater, which is totally about recognizing the great achievements and contributions of our Black community.
Folks are going to be watching you. They're going to be following your career. And you have a moral responsibility, a social responsibility to live up to these expectations.
All right, you guys ready for the awards? Yeah.
Right, awesome. That was such a great night. Just shout out to Dexter for putting us on the map, for recognizing our achievements within South Florida. The ceremony took place at the Black Archives Theater in Overtown, and then it was followed by the reception at the Urban as well. It was a great night. It was a night of Black excellence, and y'all, we got to keep it up. Let's go ahead and keep it up. And it's also that time of year as well. The Orange Blossom Classic. It is back. It is back. It kicks off September 1st through September 4th. And MIA Magazine is the official publication for the 2020 Orange Blossom Classic issue, which dropped today. So the Orange Blossom Classic returns in 2022 with Florida A&M University and Jackson State University. The big event was reestablished to enhance historically Black colleges and universities' exposure in the Miami Gardens enriched community. So it kicks off September 1st, Labor Day weekend. It's going to be a weekend of different events. So visit miamediagrp.com for more info. Again, visit miamediagrp.com for more information. And y'all, we have a really special guest tonight. So she is actually this year's Miss Heritage Haiti 2022, and she'll be representing Haiti in this year's Miss Heritage Global Pageant. She's the beautiful Abigail Pierre-Louis. So I'll be speaking to her in a couple of minutes, so stay tuned. Now on to our first co-host. She's our board certified psychiatrist and also the founder of the Brain Love podcast. So Dr. Ama, also Dr. Delvena, happy Hump Wednesday. Are you back in Florida?
I am, and it has been rough transitioning back to Eastern Standard Time. I was in Asia for, over a week, and that's why I missed the 40 and 40. Was it 40? Yeah, 40 and 40.
40 under 40.
Celebration.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I was so tired. I just could not get it together. I had to go to sleep at like 8 o'clock at night. It's crazy.
You was jet lagged, huh?
Yeah, I'm still not back to my usual, but I'm so happy to be back on the show. You guys, I missed you a lot. I thought about you. I thought about all of y'all.
We missed you too.
Perfect. So there's so much going on right now. August, we know is Spa Month, and then September we have Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. And speaking of the Orange Blossom Classic, I will be golfing with FAMU that Saturday. They have a golf tournament at Miami Shores Golf Club, so I'll be there repping, and so that should be a lot of fun. But right now I am at an event. It's a happy hour for our ketamine and infusion clinic of South Florida. Okay, there we go, right there. So, my business is DRT Behavioral Services right here. Okay. And this evening, though, I'm here on behalf of Ketamine Clinic of South Florida. I'm the medical director here. Ketamine is a very, I would say new. It's new on the scene. It's been around for years because it's an agent that was approved for use during anesthesia, whenever someone is being induced with anesthesia to have surgery, but also used to treat pain. However, in the last several years, they've been doing studies because they found that ketamine helps patients with certain symptoms like sadness, depression, and now PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, as well as anxiety. There are a few diagnoses for which ketamine is contraindicated for, or meaning you can't get ketamine. One is schizophrenia. So if you're listening and you have a child who has schizophrenia and you're like, oh, I'm looking for a new treatment for them, ketamine is not an option for someone with schizophrenia. I won't go into details about what schizophrenia is. However, if you have a loved one who has resistant depression, they haven't responded to antidepressants or psychotherapy, and they're looking for an alternative treatment, they should so consider ketamine. They can give us a call. They can go on YouTube and just do a search for ketamine videos to learn a little bit about it. But we're meeting now with some mental health therapists and providers so that we can teach them about ketamine so that they know it exists as an alternative intervention. The other thing I want to mention before I leave is that everyone knows it's back to school time. The kids have gone back to school. Let's keep an eye on our babies. Everyone keep an eye on the babies. Please be cognizant of things such as intake, their diet, what they're eating. Don't allow your child to eat a lot of junk and fast food and fried food. Try to give them plenty of greens and, vegetables and fruits, fresh fish, salmon. It's so good because of the omega-3 fatty acids that are contained in that salmon, and certain other fish as well. But salmon is packed full of omega-3 fatty acids, which is good for cognitive functioning, meaning the function of the brain, its ability to retain information, its ability to recall information, its ability to maintain focus and attention. So the things that your child eat can truly affect their performance in school. I hope parents are not allowing their children to drink a lot of caffeinated sodas and eat chocolate and have coffee drinks, because that results in anxiety. And we know that a lot of kids have high levels of anxiety, especially coming out of the pandemic. So keep an eye on your children, be mindful of what they're eating, and ensure that they get plenty of sleep and rest at night. They should be sleeping about 8 hours if they're in high school or junior high school. And in elementary school, they should sleep a few more, 9 or 10 hours. But if possible, definitely 8 hours a night. Not getting enough sleep, they will not perform well on tests. They'll have anxiety, and they can also experience sadness. So let's do all the preventative things to help our children so we don't have to worry about cases of major depression and worsened anxiety and things like that. And limit their social media. That's all I got. I forgot to ask you if you were ready to take the couch. I told you I'm so out of sorts.
I'm ready. I've been ready. Yes, it's all good. It's all good.
Well, we won't forget brain love though. So say brain love.
No, but before brain love. So
yeah.
So okay, the medicine earlier that you were talking about, it's called, what is it called again?
Ketamine.
Ketamine. So is it like ketamine? Oh, I see it. Okay. Is it like a natural root from the earth, or is it like a orthodox made medicine? Like what is it made of?
Great question. So ketamine is considered, the other name for ketamine is Special K. Special K is bad though. Special K is a drug, a hallucinogen that people would use to get high. Ketamine is not that. Ketamine is the pure chemical, if you will. It's not Special K. It's not what people use in the streets to get high or to abuse. So ketamine and Special K are very similar because they're hallucinogens. But ketamine is the clean version. It's the accepted version. It's the FDA approved version. So ketamine is a chemical, and it helps with pain. It relieves pain. And oftentimes, if folks are having surgery, the anesthesiologist will include ketamine in whatever it is they're using to put the person to sleep, to induce to put people under. So because the ketamine will help with pain relief, and people will have less pain when they wake up from surgery. So it's a chemical. It's FDA approved. It's a prescribed chemical. So it's not necessarily natural, but it's not Special K. So I'm glad you asked that, because it is considered a hallucinogen. There we go.
Got it. Okay. Well, all right. So Dr. Delvena, thank you so much. I hope you get back acclimated within South Florida Eastern Time Standard.
Thank you.
Yes.
Say brain love.
Brain love. And we'll see you next week. And now on to our next co-host. She knows everything that's happening right here within South Florida. She's our arts and culture expert connoisseur. So Imani Latifa, what are we talking about tonight?
Peace and blessings, my MIA fam, and welcome back to the Arts and Culture Report by Imani. Thank you so much for watching. This particular event was so important to me. This was held at Hampton Art Lovers, or the historic roaming house in Overtown. What you want to do is stop by, because they have some dope art. There was actually a forum about women, Black women particularly, women's reproductive health, and there were some speakers. Check it out.
That's a different mindset. Your period's late. You might take a tea to do something, come on, and then your period comes, but you don't think of it as an abortion, right? And that may be part of the reason why we don't talk about it the same way, because we really don't see it or experience it the same way, right? We're living life dealing with circumstances, taking herbal knowledge or doing whatever and trying to deal with circumstances as they come. But that's
right. It was some real deep, intense, spiritual soul conversation going on, and sisters had a lot to say.
You know, is it stigma? Is it shame? Is it that's nobody's business? That, you know, stereotypes. What do you think is the driver for why we're not talking about this?
It's so important for Black women to have a place to say these positive things. We really, really need to have more conversations around our reproductive and how important it is, and understanding the history and legacy. And there's nothing wrong with adding a little bit of art to it as well. My second stop this weekend was the events for the Little Bahamas Renew celebration. And of course, Junkanoo is in the building. Take a listen.
We would not divide this community. That it would be one community, one Coconut Grove, one Little Bahamas of Coconut Grove. That whatever we did, we would make sure that they were involved. The homeowners were pitching a fit. They were saying, how dare you? You don't even live down here. So I said, you know what? And Commissioner Russell said to me, I've never met an elected official who was willing to spend millions of dollars in a district that wasn't hers.
That is the fabulous Congresswoman Frederica Wilson. This event was excellent because with so much gentrification going on in our communities, it's important to celebrate what the elders have tried so hard to do, especially in a city like Miami, to maintain some cultural energy around this. So I was happy that I was invited to attend. You guys, please stay tuned to all the cultural things that's going on. Get out there. I hope you voted. Peace and blessings.
Thank you so much, Imani. I'm so happy that you were able to attend. And I love that they called it Little Bahamas of Coconut Grove. I love it. It looked really, really just vibrant. And there's so much history with the Bahamas and Coconut Grove. So thank you for the representation for MIA Magazine. And now on to my next co-host. He is an NFL and NBA chef. He's also a guest chef on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. So Chef Irie.
What's going on, Nikki, darling? How are you?
What's going on, darling? I'm good.
Salute. Yes, I had to go and kind of sort of get dolled up. So, okay, how has your week been?
Oh my gosh, you know, it's been a pretty busy week because of political. It's been a pretty hectic week.
Well, definitely, I can see that happening. Definitely hectic for me a little bit too. But shout out to all the people that, even though there were few in numbers, by percentage wise, that actually went out to vote in this primary season. Whomever you voted for, I'm just happy that you actually went out and voted, whether you voted by mail, however you voted. I'm glad that you did. I did. And, just remember, I think at some point, maybe this show, hey, Dexter, if you're listening, we should make sure that we're putting information sheet on candidates as, like early in the game, because I know I'm here supposed to be talking about food, but I think this is kind of important, that a lot of us are often not going to the polls, especially during primary season and midterm elections, because most people seem to think that it's not important. And oftentimes they say that because they oftentimes are not aware of who the candidates are, and they don't want to spend the time doing the research to find out who these candidates are. And I guess sometimes you just got to face up to it. We don't. This is a time period, in this country, and I think a lot of people don't really have the time or want to invest the time to do something like that. So if we're able to come up with information sheets on candidates, especially on this forum, and I'm sure it's probably it's probably in the newsletter that I probably missed it. But if we can able to broadcast it more way ahead of election, so people can really start getting ideas as to who the candidates and who they should vote for, and why it's important to vote in local elections, the primaries and midterm elections.
I think that's a great idea. Yes. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. So, I don't have a lot today, but here. So today is Peach Pie Day, National Peach Pie Day, I think it is. And today is also National Waffle Day. Yes. So parents have gone back to school. And I'm sure that, in the first few couple of weeks, maybe you can attest to this, the stress level, is still there, and, trying to make sure that you get back to a different, a schedule. Summer was summer, and now we're back in school, that whole get up in the morning type thing. So Dr. D, stole some of my thunder a little bit in terms of, how preparation of food and, keeping the mind and the body healthy. But so instead of going even that route, I just say, the whole idea of preparation. So meal planning has become, a rather large thing, in the industry as well. But a lot of people are really trying to understand how to make their lives more efficient, especially when you have to deal with families and kids, especially smaller kids. So meal prep becomes one of the things that families, the lifesavers for families. When do you meal prep? Well, that's up on each family and whomever is doing the meal prep, whether that's mom, dad, or whomever. So weekends tend to be that day, whether it's Sunday, and it's interesting, for families when you have people with different eating habits. I don't know if that's in your household. Somebody might be allergic to something, but the time usually is during the weekend. And where's a great place to get healthy foods? We were talking a little bit about that earlier. Farmers market. So when we're talking about farmers market, to be able to go and get fresh produce. Yes, we can go to the supermarkets. Yes, but as the chef, I definitely would recommend any day, every day, to visit farmers market, because oftentimes, 9 times out of 10, or every time, you're getting the food directly from the farm. So, and there are times when, yes, you have middle people. Well, they go to the farm, they buy the stuff in bulk, and then they take it to the farmers market. So it's not so much that you have a middleman where food is, shipped onto containers and tractor trailers, and they got to be shipped hundreds of miles. Then they got to go to a warehouse. Then they got to sit for a minute and then they got to get distributed. And then, they got to be shipped to your store or what have you. So that takes a lot of time, in between harvesting and when you actually put it on your plate. And if watching things in the industry, fresh doesn't always mean fresh in the industry. And I don't even have to air quote that. We go to shop and things are sitting on the shelves. The avocado came in Monday, and that bloody thing ain't gonna ripe till Friday. The cantaloupe comes in, and you touch that thing and it's hard as a rock. And like, well, so what? You carry it home. You gotta sit it on the shelf. So as fresh as we can, and those are going to be meal. When you put those in meals, and as we are progressing through, school season, to make our meals as fresh as possible. Don't try to overcomplicate the meals. If you're meal prepping, make them as simple as possible, because that would definitely, make better use of your time. Make a lot of it. I know a lot of people like fresh, and yeah, but make a lot of it. Every couple of days, and that definitely, would be my recommendation as people move into the school year, to try out meal prepping, not just for yourself but for your family. Saves a lot of time. I don't meal prep for myself, but I will have clients that oftentimes ask me, to do that. So it definitely helps them. For me, I just grab me a sandwich, grab me a takeout, and I'm good to go. Chef ain't cooking for himself like that, man. I'm just saying, hey.
Yeah, you're a chef too. No, but I love to meal prep. The only thing I don't meal prep are the proteins. But like with the salads, with like the sides, definitely. So the proteins, I get that fresh like every day. So but it saves a lot of time.
So some proteins, are very durable, where you can season them and freeze them. Chicken is, poultry is one. Fish and seafood. The only seafood that is good, that is durable, is the ones that come flash frozen fish. I mean shrimp. Fish. I think you should try to consume fish as fresh as possible. And I know people, they're going on and buying, frozen salmon.
Yeah, I don't like the frozen seafoods. Yeah,
it's fish. Try to buy, and there are quite a number of places that you can go to actually get, fresh fish here in our communities. Whether you're in Fort Lauderdale, Broward, whether you're in Miami, yes, there are places that you can go. Give a shameless plug. Broward Meat and Fish. You can go. You can get fresh fish there. They have several locations if you're in Broward. But try to get your fish protein as fresh as possible. Shellfish, the same thing too. If you are a shellfish lover, protein, season it, freeze it, take it out, cook it.
Bada bing, bada bang.
Bada bing, bada bing, bada bang. I'm just saying. Hey.
All right. Well, salud.
Yes, and definitely if they, you got, make sure. Remember, it's Miami Spice months this month and next month, and so me and hey, people out there, me and Nikki, we're gonna do a Miami Spice thing, and we're gonna have fun, and
yes,
she's gonna eat more than me. She's gonna eat more than me.
I am. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I am. We both love food. Chef and I, we both love food. So it's only right that we do something for Miami Spice.
Right. So we're gonna do something for Miami Spice. So stay tuned, and we coming at you live, or by video or what have you, and we're gonna tell you exactly what we thought of what we ate and where we ate, and all that good stuff.
Yes, and I'll be eating his plate too. All right, Chef. So. Cheers. We'll see you next week. And y'all, now it's time for our featured guest. I met this beautiful, just gorgeous soul on a yacht fashion show. It was a fashion show that took place on a yacht. And that's when I first met her. And I actually interviewed her at that time as well. So she is this year's Miss Heritage Haiti 2022. And she'll be representing Haiti in this year's Miss Heritage Global Pageant in South Africa. So I want to welcome the gorgeous Abigail Pierre-Louis. How are you? Happy Hump Wednesday.
Hello, happy Hump Day. Yes, happy Hump Wednesday.
Yes. How's it going? How's your day going so far?
All my days have been just packed. I know we're going to South Africa, like you said, in 2 weeks. So everyone's like, oh yeah, I forgot about these millions of things that we have to do. So they've been packed days, but very productive days. So I'm grateful.
It's a lot of preparation, and we're gonna get into that. So we're gonna get into that part. So tell us a bit about your background.
So my family, actually, we have our roots in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, and I was raised primarily in the States. So that first generation feel. And when it comes to my Haitian background, that's what raised me. Being one of the first to take on life in America, it was something that was weird to me at first. I go home, I'm eating like rice and beans. I go to school and they're trying to give me pizza. I'm like, what is that? But when it comes to my background, that is like the culture is all I knew, honestly, till I left home and went to college. And I was like, y'all eat this? Y'all don't know nobody knows how to speak another language, like confusion. But I went to school at the University of Missouri, studied marketing. I now have a digital marketing agency called Boost Your Brand. And so that's a huge part of the pageant platform is we're helping people build economies of wealth through digital platforms. And then also I have a podcast called The Homegirl Hustlers that is geared to help women, not even just women, people pursue their hustles without limits. So that's like our whole thing. We want limitless mindsets. We want you to have nothing holding you back because a lot of times it's ourselves that are holding us back and we don't even realize it. So
facts.
That's really what has been consuming me. And then we have the pageant. So the pageant is coming up
we're
soon.
gonna get into that part. So are you from like South Florida or?
I actually grew up in Chicago.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I moved.
Look, I've never, okay, so I know you have a Haitian background, but most likely when living down here, you're thinking like Miami, probably West Palm, but you said Chicago. Okay.
Yeah, Chicago, like literally that's it. Chicago. I came down here a few years ago to Florida. I have family down here, a lot of extended family. But I am a Chicago girl.
They don't like them when they went from here all the way up. They're like, forget Florida, we're going to Chicago. Okay.
Yeah, there's a little Haitian community there, believe it or not.
Oh wow. Yeah, but that's a whole nother conversation. But I had no idea.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so there's a lot on your plate. You studied marketing and advertising. You're in the digital field as far as marketing and helping businesses just grow on a digital aspect. So that being said, like, how did you fall into the whole like pageant beauty world? Like, who was your inspiration?
Oh, okay. So I actually would say my inspiration. Okay, if you know me growing up, I was a tomboy. Okay, my inspiration was my lack of girliness. Believe it or not, I was like, I need to learn grace and poise and how to talk to people and how to walk in heels.
How to walk in heels, yeah.
So that is how I started my first pageant. I was being laughed at, like breaking my ankles, trying to learn how to walk in heels as I'm doing a pageant. And now for this pageant specifically, this one is, I'm going to tell you a little more about it in a little bit, but it's about impact. And so what really got me here is the fact that I love making impact, like small impacts in lives. And I have like that island girl in me, but also like the serial entrepreneur. And so I have the platforms that were appropriate for something like this. So when I think of somebody who I could say is an inspiration when it comes to that, that's Rihanna. Okay.
Yes.
Because that's like someone who's like, oh, you see a beautiful woman, oh, make more music. And she's like, no, I'm going to build an empire and I'm going to help bring people along with me. But yes, that's like a person. But when it comes to like the people that push me every day, my family has my back no matter what, like my biggest support system. I have amazing mentors down here. Shout out Jimmy. I have just been blessed with amazing, amazing people in my life. So that's
awesome. That is awesome. So, okay. So tell us about Miss Heritage Haiti 2022. Like, how did that come about? How'd you hear about it?
Yeah. So Miss Heritage, the global pageant, Miss Heritage Global, it is not really highlighting beauty as much as it's highlighting your heritage. And so when I got the call to even like be an option for it, the first thing they said is, I know you're not a girly girl, but, and I was like, what?
Well, they already knew.
Yeah. And I'm like, what? And they're like, but this is actually right up your alley. Cause I love repping for my people. Like we have so much pride and loyalty in our culture. And this pageant is all about celebrating the heritage and the diverse cultures of the world. And so something that Haiti needs, we need to shine a positive light on Haiti. Like there's so much media out there that puts it down. There's a lot of people who came from the country themselves who don't talk it up. And so we want to shine a positive light on Haiti. We want to aid in tourism. So if you look at my Instagram and Facebook, you'll see a lot of different videos that we've been creating to just show the beauty of like, hey, you can visit. Hey, it's safe in certain places. It's not the whole country that's going through a lot of the things that they're going through. So we're really trying to gear towards that when it comes to Miss Heritage Haiti, as well as empowering women and then helping build economies in different countries through the digital platform. So that's really where I tied into Miss Heritage Haiti.
I see. So, okay. So I know there's Miss Heritage Haiti 2022. And now moving forward, you're going to be representing Haiti for the Miss Heritage Global pageant, which takes place in South Africa. So tell us more about that pageant coming up.
Yes, so that we've been campaigning for. It is happening on September 24th in Limpopo, South Africa, which is north of Johannesburg. We have 3 weeks down there. So I will be down there from September 9th all the way till after the pageant, just shaking hands, representing Haiti, being in interviews, having media days, making connections, making networks so that we can continue to build. And so that is what's coming up next. The platform will bring in about 50 to 60 other women from different countries to represent their countries. They have judges coming from like Real Housewives series. Like they have it's huge, and it's like the biggest pageant in Africa.
Wow.
Yes. So it's huge. Down here, we're trying to make it just as big. So even the little Haiti Cultural Center, they are having a pageant send-off for me that we just we're planning right now, so now all the details are out
yet. Is
it
public or is it private? Like
it's public. It's planned to be on September 2nd. I can't put too many details because it hasn't been like finalized, but we're planning on getting DJs, hosts, different politicians, interviews, a photo shoot from some of my sponsors as well. But it'll be just a big community event on a Friday night to bring everyone together because it's really exciting what's going on.
It is exciting. Wow. Yeah. Like the community is like, they have your back. They're giving you like a really good send off and it's really great support, Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. Okay. So so as far as like your wardrobe, like what are you going to be wearing? Are you going to be all dressed up? Like, I don't know, the swimsuit, pageant wear, evening gowns, like.
Great question. So this pageant doesn't have a swimsuit section. We actually have a cooking contest. And so that I'm just going to tell you the people are sponsoring me and making my dresses. So when it comes to the cooking contest, we have Chef Thea, celebrity Haitian chef. Chef Thea is going to be sponsoring me, mentoring me, giving me all the recipes, lessons, everything that I need for the cooking show. When it comes to my dresses, we have a cultural, traditional outfit. So it's going to be done by Ermilia Eves. And she is actually a newer designer down here in South Florida. She has been doing fashion shows. She was actually in the fashion show that we met at.
Okay.
Yes. And so she is going to be making my cultural gown. When it comes to we have a fantasy gown. And so it's actually something that you kind of like fantasize about the culture. And we have a Haitian strong woman from the 1400s, Anakawana. And there's a statue of her in Haiti. And we are going to be designing a costume by Felicia Dell. So Felicia Dell is like the OG of Haitian designers, and she is doing the costume for that. Super excited. And then for evening gown, we have Richard Petit. He is based in New York, and he was recently in the Creative Mag fashion show with amazing gowns. Like there was someone, he calls them like, he just has like parachute trains on the back of his gowns. Like it's crazy. So yes, I have a great support team. I'm being styled by Maritza. Maritza is going to be styling me throughout the entire time. So she is a celebrity stylist, Haitian as well. And she's pooling from designers for the whole 3 weeks. And I have a makeup artist, Patricia Canvas is her Instagram.
I know Patricia.
I'm telling you, the Haitian squad came strong. She is my makeup sponsor. I have my videographer and photographer, So Mike Sowers has been doing my videography, and then so far I've had Verse City do my photography. So shout out to
yes, yes.
Yes, is correct. So we're coming in strong. We're still looking for sponsors because we actually have spots open for people who want to basically just put their name on things, because I'm going to be on a global stage. And so now we're searching for sponsors for that purpose, just to be able to shout them out, give them spaces on the back of t-shirts, make sure that they're shouted out on our Instagram, on our Facebook, on our platforms, on our magazine, because my agency has a magazine that we're also using. Like, we're just looking for anyone that wants to be a part. So that's the last like missing piece, sponsorship. But besides that, like all the services, everything is really being taken on as a team.
So I know it's taking place in South Africa, and I know there's a time difference, but how can we watch it over here, like in the States? Is it possible to stream it? Or?
So follow the Miss Heritage Global page on Facebook. They will be live streaming it, and they will also be sending out additional information. It is a little tricky because of the time difference. Yeah. So we are, right now, they are 6 hours ahead of us. Right now, it is 1 o'clock in the morning, almost 2 in the morning for them. So that is our big challenge. But it should be like morning for us at the time of the pageant. Just keep posted on the Miss Heritage Global page. Then I'll also be posting updates on the Miss Heritage Haiti 2022 page on Facebook, as well as on Instagram.
Got it. Okay, perfect. And are you nervous? Like, how do you feel? Are you excited, anxious?
Right now, I'm not nervous or anxious. I'm excited.
Okay.
It's just a lot of work right now to get everything in line. So I'm somebody that over prepares for things. And so I'm in my over prepping stage. So everyone's like not bothering me because I'm just like,
I'm gonna stay away.
Yeah, just taking care of everything. But I like to say that when I get to the stage, when I get to South Africa, I will be like, all my ducks will be in a row. I'll be fine. And I'm excited, so excited.
What are your parents saying? Are they going to travel with you, or do you have any family traveling with you?
Yes. So my dad is attempting to travel with me. It's hard because it's a 24-hour like travel time when it comes to layovers, everything. So you're not taking off 5 days of work. You're taking off like 8 days of work because your travel time. And so that's a tricky part with a lot of people and a lot of family. And we're in 2022. Okay, everybody better click that live stream button. But I know my dad's trying to come down. My godfather is trying to come down. My videographer and one of my producers, Mr. Coleman, he's coming down with me as well. My makeup artist is also trying to solidify everything to come down. So we're still trying to see, but at the end of the day, that is such a big ask, I know, to travel all the way to South Africa from here. So I also know like the support is there regardless. Like
it's definitely there. It's there. Wow. Okay. Super, super exciting. I definitely want to stream it. I want to I mean, you said 50 to 60 contestants are going to be participating. It's global. That's like a huge platform. That's really big. And you're representing Haiti?
Yes.
Girl.
Oh, exactly. Like,
no pressure. No pressure.
I know. You know, Haitians, we're going to put the pressure on, but we also show the love and support at the same volume.
Yes, of course, definitely. So congratulations. And yeah, we're going to stay tuned. Now, I'm going to move on to our next segment. It's MIA Soul Talk. I'm going to ask you some really cute questions. So what are the top 3 songs or artists currently on your playlist?
Oh, okay. So right now I've been listening to, I had to get in the mindset of the Haitian culture. And so I have to listen to more Haitian music. And so I will say, to start with a Haitian song, it's called Tremblay by Rudy Rude Boy. And I actually got to meet him 4 days ago. He's a very popular Haitian artist. And I am like fangirling over the music. It's amazing. Like, I love music. So that's one song that I really like right now. Another one into Afro beats as well. And we're going to South Africa, so you better get into it.
You better get into it.
Finesse. So Finesse, you know that song? Finesse. Like, that's like my theme song right now. I'm just like kind of coasting through life, like that song is saying. And you just go with the flow. What comes, comes. What's meant for you will come for you. So really love that song right now. Okay. And then chill vibes. One song, probably a lot of people haven't heard of it. It's called Kabasa by Hoosh. So this is another artist. He's a Miami artist. So we got a little bit of everything, Haitian, Afrobeats, Miami. But he is someone that I actually met him about a month ago, and his music is so chill. And sometimes you just need to chill, you know? Like, I know you have your glass of red wine right now. I know you just need to chill. Yes. So like, Hoosh is great for that. Kabasa by Hoosh is one of my favorite songs right now too.
I gotta check him out. Yeah, Kabasa by Hoosh. Okay.
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay. So what is your favorite Haitian food?
Okay. I will say it's always, I don't even know why I'm thinking about it. Mm-hmm. White rice and legume.
Oh my God, my favorite too.
Like that's it. That's all I need. Okay. You can give me some bananas, some plantain on the side, whatever. Yeah. But I don't even need the sides. Just give me that, and I'm good to go.
You're good to go. I love the veggie one. Like I say a legume.
Yes.
I'm probably saying
Lalo. Lalo is the spinach one, if that's what
Oh yes, that's with the white rice. The Madame Goose Goose.
Oh yes, Madame Goose. Look, I have to start knocking on these Haitian restaurants' doors. Be like, can you sponsor me? I just need a plate of rice and legume in exchange.
No, that's it. That is it. That's it. Okay. So heels or sneakers? I think I kind of know your answer already, but heels or sneakers?
I will say that's actually a hard one. Okay, you would think you know, but I think it's changing. I was a sneakerhead growing up, but since I moved to Miami, my sneaker game has been so weak. Like so weak, it's embarrassing. Like I can't go to Chicago and put on any of my sneakers right now. Wow. So the Miami in me is a heels girl, but my roots, sneakers. Like I used to collect sneakers, trade, sell, whatever.
Yeah, it was like deep in it. Wow.
Yeah, there's no other way to do it if you're from Chicago.
Okay, that's a whole nother culture scene up there. Okay. So what would you tell your younger self, and how old would you be?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So this is the last question, so I didn't actually prep for it. I would say that the age I would be at would be about, I would be 11 years old, because that is when you're transitioning from like elementary to middle school. You're very unsure. You kind of know your dreams and aspirations, but everyone's like, oh, she's just a kid. I would tell myself that you can do anything that you put your heart to. Yeah. You are invincible, and there's nothing that can stop you, period.
Bam, there you go. Yes, anything is possible. Yes. Anything is possible. And look at you. You're about to go to South Africa representing Haiti. Like when you were like 11 years old or 12 or 14, 15, did you think that you were going to be doing this? No.
Oh, no. I actually went to the Miss Teen Haiti pageant when I was about 14, 15. Thought nothing of it. I volunteered, actually. And I still follow the girl who was Miss Teen Haiti. Like, I was her biggest fan. Like, yay. But just to get me to wear heels to that, my mom was like, girl, put on some heels. I'm like,
sneakers? God, okay.
Yeah. I had a sparkly dress, okay? But I will say that's also a message I want to send to women worldwide. Like, no matter the age, just know that you are capable of anything you put your heart to, like literally anything. And that confidence is going to take you further than anything ever will.
It is. Confidence is such a big deal.
Yeah,
it's such a big deal. Yes, it's the energy. The energy will just keep you going and keep you flowing. Mm-hmm. So Abby, wow, very exciting. I can't wait to see your outfits. So
look, me too. We're waiting for them to come in, but yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah, so we'll stay posted. It's September 24th is when it is.
Yes, so pageant September 24th. I'm leaving for South Africa in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
To follow the journey, follow Miss Heritage Haiti 2022 on Facebook and Instagram, and then follow me at Abby Pierre-Louis on both Facebook and Instagram.
Perfect. Yeah. So we're going to be following. Definitely. We're going to be like posting updates and everything on our platform. So thanks for representing South Florida and Haiti. Well, first of all, representing Haiti from South Florida. So
absolutely.
Thanks again. Congratulations. And yeah, we'll stay tuned.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. Have a good night. Enjoy your Wednesday night.
Okay.
And y'all, don't forget, we are doing a Duke and Dame Whiskey giveaway. So name a Black-owned restaurant right here within South Florida. And don't forget, the Orange Blossom Classic kicks off September 1st. And our issue, MIA Magazine, we are the partners for the Orange Blossom Classic. So pick up your copy today and visit miamediagrp.com. So thank you so much and have a good night. Bye.